ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of a full race live stream with a realistic broadcast. Our Heat 5 action as well here for this one. Truck Series Championships tonight, so yes, that is why I race. But I was doing NASCAR Thunder 2004 tonight. If you guys watched that race or watched the stream, it was very short. We got 4 laps into Watkins Glen. I overran the bus, kind of like the Charlotte Roval is on NASCAR Heat. With the front stretch chicane, so tried to get through the chicane. I didn't brake well. I hit it with the side of the car, bounced back out into the bus stop and got rear-ended, and that busted the fuel cell, so that was an end to the day from that point. So really sorry for that one, but we are here. I'm making up for it with the doubleheader tonight because of it. So I'll get you guys out of here before the start of the Truck Series race. Joseph Bologna, welcome to the stream. Bologna, I guess, technically, but yeah. Thanks, Laggy. Not sure if it's on my end or not. It might be a YouTube issue if it is, because, yeah, I've got the, my services are a lot better than what they used to be, so I don't know if I can really do much about that. But no qualifying, no practice here. We're just going to hop right on into it today. Texas Motor Speedway, 167 laps, 400 kilometers. I believe it is 275 miles or so for this race today. Austin Hill, not a great practice session from what it looks like. Sheldon Creed will be starting on the pole for today's race, and Brent Moffitt will be starting at the rear along with Matt Crafton. Crafton comes in with just over a... Using the controller here tonight as well. Oh boy, Angela Ruck got really loose going into turn 1. Might have spun the tires there a little bit as Crafton's just tight up the racetrack. 34 slides to the inside of him. Jason White in the 34 truck. Crafton just able to clear. White going down into turn 3, luckily. In turn 3, it looked like the truck stuck a lot better to the bottom of the track. 40 laps in the opening stage of the race today. It'll be 40, 40, and 87 for the final stage from what it looks like. Yeah, Crafton, little tight up the racetrack, washes up right in front of Jennifer Jo Cobb. Almost got to the back bumper of Crafton off of turn 4. Crafton, of course, will be going for... Or, no, sorry, he was eliminated last round. My bad. Yeah, never mind what I was going to say. I don't know why I was thinking he was in the Championship 4. Enfingers the Thor Motorsport truck in the Championship 4. Look at Clay Greenfield just trying to push Matt Crafton now. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Crafton trying to block him and keep him from getting under him. Greenfield got to pushing him pretty much right in the center of the corner. Crafton wasn't too happy about it, and that's why he tried to block him off like he did. Now Spencer Boyd's trying to hug the bottom of the track. Crafton runs a little bit wider. Got out of the gas a little bit more to do it. Boyd now going to sneak right underneath of Rafael Assard for position. Big run from the 88 of Crafton, 3 wide to the bottom now through turns 3 and 4. These guys better get this sorted out and fast. Greenfield just going to follow Crafton on through on the inside. Look at that, 4 wide off of turn 2. Are they going to make it up there? My goodness. And Brent Moffitt now to the back bumper of Matt Crafton. Boy, Clay Greenfield in the 68 looks fast tonight as Crafton just shoves him right through to get past Mike Harmon for 22nd now. They were 4 wide that last lap. A little further up ahead, that huge cluster and pack of trucks just outside the top 10 from what it looks like. Crafton now looks to the outside of Mike Harmon. He just can't quite stick turns 1 and 2, running a little bit off the bottom. Big run on the top side from Brent Moffitt as Crafton lets him go. I'm sure Moffitt's just got a faster truck at this point, nearly going to the race. Down to the inside. Harmon slips up the track to turns 1 and 2 as Crafton tries to capitalize on the bottom. He's just not able to do it down there either. Struggling trying to pass that 74 truck. Crafton accidentally got right in the back of him, and that's just going to shoot Harmon a little bit further out ahead of him. Now he can't get around him in turns 3 and 4. Moffitt's moved up a couple spots now since passing Crafton a lap and a half ago. And finally, Crafton gets around Mike Harmon. Catching right up to Jesse Little, Austin Wayne's self up here. Moffitt's inside the top 20 now. Still making moves. That 23 truck looks really fast. Now he's got a shot to win the actual championship tonight, so be pretty cool. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. Yeah, my pick for tonight's truck series, I don't know if he'll win the race, but my prediction is Zane Smith to win the championship tonight. He's just been the most consistent, I feel like, in the championship four. Brent Moffitt's riding a hot streak right now, and so is Sheldon Creed for that matter. Both those two are riding hot streaks, but they haven't really been like that great all season. And Enfinger was good at the beginning of the year, then he kind of faded. And if it wasn't for him pretty much like literally leaning lap after lap down the straightaways on Sheldon Creed or whoever was on the outside, Rafael Lessard at a time, that Martinsville race, he wouldn't even be in the championship. I haven't been home long enough to keep editing my predictions video, so I'm sorry I couldn't get that out before the truck race tonight. Obviously, I tried to make sure that it's out before the Cup Series race, obviously, because that's where I do the predictions every week. But I was going to throw my truck and Xfinity predictions on there. But Zane Smith, you guys hear it on the stream that he's my prediction to win the Truck Series championship tonight. Whether he wins the race or not sure, but I have him winning the championship, so at least I made that prediction public before the actual race tonight. Oh boy, Crafton to the inside, 3 wide underneath Jordan Anderson and the 8 of John Hunter Nemechek. Big run down the back of Moffitt to his inside into turns 3 and 4. So this 88 of Crafton slowly trying to work through the field. Austin Hill now trying to protect the bottom. Crafton with a big run to the outside. He hasn't stuck the outside well in turns 1 and 2. And it's not going to work out again for him there. Oh, he's staying right on the right rear. He didn't let Austin Hill slide up in front of him. Took the air off that right rear quarter panel. Big run underneath Ty Majeski now as he drives it in deep for 14th, and he's got that spot. And now Austin Hill trying to follow him by Majeski. After the big run now on Tyler Ankrum. Almost got pinched into the grass there. Wasn't a lot of room. So Crafton is moving his way through the field little by little, trying to get to the front. Nice, Joseph. Oh, man. Crafton now to the inside of Gustine off of turn 2. Has the advantage going into turn 3. Riley Hurst in 11th place trying to run that outside in turns 3 and 4. Might work a little better in 3 and 4 with the banking. 1 and 2 not so much. Of course, there's no PJ1 here in this game that can help run the outside in turns 1 and 2. Quick closing rate now for Crafton in the back of the 51 at Kyle Busch Motorsports Toyota Tundra, and Crafton has jumped up to 11th place now, getting around Herbst. Crafton's starting to pick up the pace here, lap after lap. He's really getting faster in the longer run. Almost halfway through the stage. That right front tire's wearing out quite a bit now. He was tight at the beginning of the run, so I'd imagine second half of the run it's not going to wear out as much. Maybe a little more stress on the rear tires. The rear tires been pretty much holding well with its tire wear, so something to monitor going forward to the end of stage 1 here, but he should be fine if we did stay caution free. Tyler Hill with a great run early in 10th. Crafton still about 10 seconds off the lead if he's going to want to have a shot to get that playoff point and win the opening stage of the race. Again, comes into this race with just over a 30-point lead in the point standings. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it definitely was a tough break. It was just bad luck. I mean, I overdrove it just a little bit, but it was weird how I got ricocheted back out at a perfect point to where Brent Moffitt couldn't check up in time and just drilled me from behind. So I didn't have any rear bumper damage up until that point, so that was strange. Must have been a really hard hit. Harder hit than what I thought it was. Probably get back for NASCAR Heat 5 this weekend, and we'll go back to Thunder 04 middle of next week. Meese, welcome to the stream. Got a little tight off of turn 2. Had to lift there. He did get around Zane Smith on corner entry and ran that higher line. That probably didn't help matters there, but Crafton in position to at least get stage points in this opening stage of the race now. Oh! Eckes goes around into turn 1. Crafton had to miss him on the inside. Eckes is in the wall, backing down the racetrack. Losing control going into turn 1. I don't know exactly how that happened, but that is a really tough break for Eckes, and somehow no caution. We stay green. That'll be a free spot for Crafton and the rest of the field behind him. Zane Smith up to 9. Tyler Hill back in the top 10. They'll start to close in, by the way, on Zane Smith. Oh, that was a really tough break. You can see Eckes still up in smoke going into turn 3. He's holding somebody up. Gillen going high. Eckes should get onto pit road. And he will. So we somehow still stay green. Eckes took a hard hit. Driver's side door, left front of the race truck in first, into the wall. A lot of guys up on the outside still. Enfinger caught now behind a lap truck. Sheldon Creed was able to go. Jason White on the inside, Crafton up the middle. And up to 6th. So lap traffic for the first time today. Very surprised. A lot of these guys are running the outside. Sheldon Creed to the top. Crafton on the bottom. And Crafton up to 5th. Ben Rhodes, Ross Chastain battling hard side by side off of turn 4 now for 3rd place. Rhodes trying to use the lap truck as Chastain is a pick. Now the lap truck moves down right in front of Rhodes, and they're 4 wide coming off of turn 2 as they split the lap traffic. And they're still side by side, and now Rhodes blocks off Chastain for 3rd. And this is allowing Crafton to close in on these two now quickly. And Crafton's got to go up the middle 3 wide. Between Lassard and Jennifer Joe Cobb, the couple lap trucks that he caught, almost got the wall off of turn 4. Natalie Decker in the way. Crafton uses her as a pick to get around Chastain for 4th. And already, all of a sudden, just 2 seconds off the race lead. And going for 3rd on Rhodes. He's got it easily. Crafton is the fastest truck on the racetrack. That was his fastest lap of the race in the early going that last time by. Had to run higher there to get around Spencer. Boy, he hates coming off the bottom, especially in turns 1 and 2. Stuart Friesen, Johnny Sauter still running that middle to upper lane. Crafton all the way to the bottom, gaining time through 3 and 4. Now on Friesen to his inside for second off of turn 4. Sauter caught behind the lap truck of Austin Wayne Self. Crafton easily takes the lead into turn 3, and Matt Crafton, for the first time today, will lead his first lap at the line from the rear of the field. My goodness. He really came through there really fast. He was in a hurry. Can alternate through the different camera angles for the first time today. 11 laps to go. Obviously, we were unfortunately not able to do that in the Thunder 04 race at Watkins Glen, only getting 4 laps in. So we'll make sure we do a little bit extra here in this race today. Just over a 2-second lead now for Crafton. I don't know why this stream in general, it seems like when I'm only streaming off my PS4, like the PS2 with the OBS, it's working out perfectly fine. Anytime I'm trying to stream with the PS4, I might have to get a different Elgato for the PS4. That might be why. Like, it might not be like quick enough for it, I guess, if that makes sense. Might be hurting the download speed. Not so much the upload speed, but the download speed. Like Greenfield gonna go a lap down. Crafton again to the top. So Matt Crafton, it looked like he was in danger of not being able to win the opening stage. Yeah, never mind. He got to the lead a lot quicker than what we thought he would. Or at least have a chance to. Just hoping that right front tire lasts long enough to make it to the end of the stage now. You have the playoff point, add on to that regular season lead in the early going of the race here tonight. Still 8 laps to go. I don't know, though. That right front tire is wearing out quite a bit as Nemechek pulled up right in front of Crafton. About a 5.5-second lead now. Crafton really doesn't want to have to hit pit road. Caution free up to this point today. Crafton's going to start backing these corners way up. We still have 7 laps to go in the stage, already only down to about 17% tire wear on the right front. Six to go now. That right front tire didn't go down a single tick that last lap. We got a truck up in smoke now going into turn 3 on the inside of the racetrack. Crafton is backed way out of it. Not sure who that is. Like Gustine perhaps in the 32. Having an issue. 5 to go now in the stage. Stuart Friesen's up to second place. He got around Johnny Sauter that last lap and about 3 seconds off the lead. Crafton again backing up his corners quite a bit. Rod G, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry for the bad quality. I don't know what to do there. It's got to be YouTube at this point because it's not the internet. The Thunder 04 stream seemed pretty good. I know it was short, but it seemed pretty good. Again, I think I might have to run to Best Buy tomorrow and get a different Elgato for the PS4. That's probably what it is. It's an S Plus. I think it's just too old for the PS4. Be able to stream. I think it's messing up with the download speed big time. I got a $100 gift card, so I might be able to swing by. I think they closed earlier on Saturday, so I got to make sure. Well, I guess I'm not streaming until after the Xfinity race tomorrow anyway, so I guess I'd have plenty of time. And 14%. I think Crafton can pick the pace up now, and he better, because Stuart Friesen's only 1 second off the lead. 2 laps to go this time by in stage 1. Ooh, Austin Hill. Oh, no. I hope that Crafton doesn't lap anybody else before the end of the stage. So Crafton picking the pace back up again. Friesen went 3 wide through turns 3 and 4 on the bottom, or 1 and 2 rather, to try and get away from Johnny Sauter. Sauter had to go high now through 3 and 4, so Friesen opens up the gap a little bit there by a couple tenths. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage 1 for Matt Crafton. Stage 1 victory. First playoff point of the night awarded to Matt Crafton, about 3 seconds ahead of Stuart Friesen in second. So, good job there. Done by Matt Crafton. Followed by Friesen, Sauter, Chastain, Rhodes, your top 5. Enfinger, Creed, Gilliland, Hill, and Zane Smith, your top 10. Pit stops for the first time here tonight. No adjustments to be made on the 88 truck. Andrew Hollenbach, welcome to the stream. Keegan Kraft. So Crafton wins the race off of pit road. 1 spot swapped between a couple Thor Motorsport trucks of Enfinger and Rhodes, and that's really the only spot that's swapped on pit road in the top 10 there. Green flag back in the air, stage 2 at Texas is underway. Good launch off the restart by Crafton quickly. Friesen jumped to the inside. We'll see at the front of the field how Crafton can work on the short run. He's pretty tight for about the first 10 to 15 laps. We'll see how much that might loosen up. Yeah, my Truck Series prediction tonight, I got Zane Smith winning the championship. I don't know if he'll win the race or not, but he's my prediction to win the championship. Great restart by Johnny Sauter. They're 3 and 4 wide off of turn 4, and they made it. Good restart there for Crafton. That's going to buy him a little bit of time. And it's a good thing they're battling as hard as they are back there as well. Crafton just really tight in turns 1 and 2. Sauter closed up so quickly on him there. Now to the outside. Here comes Ben Rhodes. Oh, contact. Crafton went high to block. He was nowhere close. Ben Rhodes was already there. Sliding up the track. Sauter to the bottom as they split Crafton 3 wide off of turn 4. Friesen about put himself right in the wall. Trying to swing by the outside. Brent Moffitt is now in the top 5. Crafton just cannot get that race truck to turn in the first couple laps of the run. Ross Chastain now trying to push him down the back straightaway. That might launch him into turn 3. Crafton's just pushing up the track. And again, forced to lift. Already back to 10th. I mean, he has to back so far out of the gas, especially on corner exit. You never want to do that on corner exit, but truck almost feels a lot tighter than what it was at the beginning of the race. And overran turns 3 and 4 that time. It didn't help, and he is already back to 13th. Luckily, there's not many trucks on the lead lap, and that's why I guess he's back to 14th now, but Jordan Anderson got the free pass under that stage break. No caution for incident up to this point. See, Christian Eckes is back out on the racetrack, but he's likely a couple laps down after his spin early in the stage. Jackson Thomas, welcome to the stream. Ooh, Eckes got really tight up the track there. He's in 28th now. He was in 7th when he did spin, so he does have speed. Be interesting to watch him going forward to see if he can hang in there, perhaps. After really trying to back up the corners a little bit better, maybe that'll help him turn in the center. BMNJ, welcome to the stream. Xfinity Series action on the channel tomorrow for a full race live stream there. We'll go to Iowa, short track racing. No official start time for that one. It will be immediately after the Xfinity Series Championship race tomorrow, though, which I believe that is on in the afternoon, so that is why we are doing it afterwards. Won't have enough time before the race tomorrow to get it out, so I will do kind of a post-race coverage, I guess, by having our Xfinity Series stream not too long after the finish of that race, probably within a half hour after the race is over. I won't have to worry about a post-race analysis video tomorrow, so I can get the stream out a lot closer to the after the end of the race versus a cup race. Big run there. Jordan Anderson's really worked through the field very quickly. Actually, he might not have gotten the free pass. I think Austin Hill got the free pass under the stage break. I was thinking it was Anderson. I guess it wasn't. Anderson's in 17th. He's actually trying to catch John Hunter Nemechek for 16th, which would be the first driver one lap down. Alternate through the different camera angles once again. Now that we're in stage 2. Still early stage 2. Crafton really drove it in deep into turn 3, a lot deeper than what he wanted. It's 3 wide. Eckes was on the top. Ankrum was in the middle. There just was not a lot of room there. Now Crafton's on the top side, Ankrum's on the bottom. Crafton couldn't quite hang on that right rear corner panel long enough. Gets a little bit better run though down the back because of it. Launches himself into turn 3 to get around Ankrum that time and looks to the inside of Christian Eckes. Eckes looking to the outside, meanwhile of Hertz. They split him 3 wide down the front stretch. Crafton clears them all. Going into turn 1, now underneath Majeski for position for 11th. 9 seconds off the race lead. Still early enough in the stage, but Crafton trying to get it going again. It was about 10 seconds off the lead before. Started to run those guys down back in stage number 1. Zane Smith goes high. Maybe to block off Crafton, who was on the outside of the 38 truck of Gilliland, and now Eckes trying to slide underneath Crafton. Keeping Crafton from trying to turn back down the racetrack. Big run to the back of Zane Smith. My goodness. Oh! Crafton came into turns 3 and 4 hot. Way too hot. He's in the wall. Kind of a boneheaded mistake there right in front of Zane Smith, who had to check up, who was already on the outside. Crafton entered in way too hard into turn 3. Or Crafton might be able to follow the lap car of Eckes. Eckes actually 2 laps down right now. I don't know how he's going to overcome himself from 2 laps down. He's going to have to somehow find a way to maybe take a wave around or something, but we haven't had a caution for incident yet, so that's making it a lot harder for Eckes to try and take a wave around. Yeah, well, it's about 3 months. It's about 3 months exact after the championship race to the Daytona 500. December, January, and then February. Yeah, it'd be 3 months. Well, the rest of November, and then all of December, all of January, and the first week of February. But yeah, only 3 months, man. I'm excited for next season because of not only the schedule, but it kind of sucked Blaney getting, as a Blaney fan, getting eliminated as early as he did. You know, I've just kind of been watching. I still root him on, but I've been watching more of a spectator for the last 7 races of the season this year. So that was unfortunate. Hopefully he has a better season next year. It just goes to show, I mean, he's got to win races throughout the course of the season. That hurt him so badly. And put himself in a must-win situation at Bristol, and that's why they were going a lot different on the strategy that night, and it just didn't work out for him because they had that one green flag run. They tried to short pit, which you don't want to do at Bristol, but handling of his car was so bad with over 100 laps on his tires. And he wasn't the only one, but that's why you only saw 6 guys on the lead lap at the end of the race. Didn't work out. Crafton running back down now. Underneath Tyler Hill off of turn 4. Hill didn't move down. He had enough room to, but big side draft there by Crafton in the center of the quad oval. Crafton with a big run down through 1 and 2. Looked high. Still can't quite stick the outside consistently. In turns 1 and 2 at least. Trying to get a run now in the draft. Brent Moffitt. And up to 7th into turn 3. So Moffitt's starting to move backwards after jumping up to 5th on the restart. He's now back to 8th. Moffitt's probably got a little bit better short run truck perhaps. Still 17 laps to go in the opening, or sorry, the second stage of the race. And this thing's flying by. As most truck races do. Especially one that's caution free like this one today. Definitely helps the race pace quicken. Am I going to do every old school? Everyone from 04 on up, yes. I felt like that was the most popular game, so that's why I went with that. I should have went 03, because that was the game, I think that was the first NASCAR game I've ever played. First one I ever had. But I don't want to go backwards. Yeah, but I plan on going at least to 09 through the EA games, and then I know you guys have suggested NASCAR 15, so I'll probably squeeze that in there too, perhaps. I don't plan on playing inside line. I don't plan on going back through the NASCAR Heat games again. So, even though I only started this channel with Heat 4, and not even from the release of Heat 4 either, kind of midway on, but it's all right. Ooh, big run! Crafton had to get on the brakes behind the 0-0. You don't really need to use the brakes here in the Truck Series. Gonna roll out of the gas even in the flatter turns 1 and 2. But he had to there. He didn't want to run right in the back of the 0-0. Still 13 to go. Stage 2. Still 6.5 seconds off the lead. Couple spots per position just up ahead here. Enfinger trying to hold off Friesen on the outside. Rhodes is coming on the inside. It's about to be a Ford truck battle, and Crafton gets there for third. And even Sheldon Creed in second isn't that far ahead. Crafton just ran right in the back of his teammate. Gonna slide right underneath him now. Oh, Friesen wanted to come down behind the 98. Now they all went high. Crafton got stuck behind Lassard. Now they're 3 wide, and Crafton's in the middle. Luckily, he has Lassard cleared on corner exit. So again, Crafton, the fastest long-run truck here tonight, as he goes for second and turns 3 and 4 on Sheldon Creed, who went high. Crafton clears him easily off of turn 4. 5.5 back now, off the lead. 11 laps to go, stage 2. He should get there, but he's not going to have a lot of laps to try and get around him. Johnny Sauter, a lot better restart here. Brendan, welcome to the stream from Ireland. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the comment. And they're really going at it for third place back there. Creed still trying to fend off Enfinger, Friesen, Rhodes. Yeah, I didn't really play 09. I don't think I played 09 at all, honestly. I barely played 08. I played a lot of 07. I do remember 06, but I pretty much played 05 and 07 a lot. In 07 I only played a lot because that was technically just called NASCAR on the PSP version, but I played that so much. Between that and playing NASCAR 05 on the PS2, like console, like I would play, you know, NASCAR 7 on the PSP, then I would play 05 on the PlayStation. I would kind of just alternate back and forth. Ooh, man. 22 of Austin Wayne Self started drifting up the track on the exit of turn 4. Almost drifted right up into Crafton. 8 laps to go in stage 2. Crafton's still 4 seconds off the lead. So in the last 3 laps, he's gained a second and a half, but he might have to pick up the pace a little bit more if he's going to want to catch Johnny Sauter. Crafton didn't have to go from the rear of the field this time either. It just, Johnny Sauter just absolutely took off. Once he got to the lead, splitting Crafton with Rhodes and then clearing Rhodes off of turn 4 that said lap. Johnny Sauter has been untouchable here in stage 2. Crafton shoots underneath Fogelman. And he's starting to run down Sauter now, just 2 seconds off. Fast slap of the race that last time for Crafton. He is hustling now. He catches Jesse Little in a bad spot. Once he gets around Clay Greenfield, no more lap trucks in between the top two. Free room to roam around now for Crafton, but just in case we get a caution at the end of the stage, he's got to go. Once we get to 4 laps to go in the stage, if a caution comes out, the stage is over. So Crafton doesn't have a lot of time. 5 to go at the line. Again, he'll catch him, and he should get around him. He's just hoping it stays green. Give him more time. That right front's starting to wear off, too. About that point in the run. For the 88 truck, that is. Seems like he's burning through the tires a little bit more than these other trucks in the race today. 4 to go at the line. Sauter has led all but the first lap of this stage, under green at least. Crafton with the run looks high through turns 1 and 2, not wanting to waste any time at all. Off of turn 2, he's going to have the run down the back. Matt Crafton back to the lead, second time tonight. Jordan Anderson about to go 2 laps down. Austin Hill got the free pass at stage 1, likely going to have to get it again here at the stage break in stage 2. So go 1 lap down again. Crafton not really worried about having to save the right front this time. It'll be a 4-tire stop under the stage break. That'll give him 2 sets of tires left for the final stage of the race. Final stage is 87 laps long. It's about twice as much as what the first 2 stages were. A little over that. As long as we don't get a lot of cautions, you should be able to manage it pretty well. Top 2 are just way from 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars back there who have really just been battling for a large portion of the stage. They just don't seem like they're as fast as the 2 Thor Motorsport trucks out in front for most of the day. Heavy lap traffic right here. See if anybody else. So Herbst is going to go a lap down. Zane Smith going to go a lap down off turn 4. Yes, he is. What about Tyler Ankrum? Ankrum barely goes a lap down at the line. Matt Crafton wins stage 2 at Texas. I believe it'll be Tyler Ankrum getting the free pass under the stage break. Your top 10 all receiving stage points at stage 2 will be Crafton, Sauter, Friesen, Enfinger, Creed, your top 5, followed by Rhodes, Chastain, Tyler Hill, Brent Moffitt, and Todd Gilliland round out the top 10. And Ankrum will get the free pass in 12th. So that is a tough break. That costed Zane Smith. He will be stuck a lap down going into the final stage. Yeah, one more race for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. They'll be right back to the Camping World Truck Series again. So here we go. Johnny Sauter wins the race off of pit road. That puts Crafton on the outside on the restart. That'll make it a little interesting. We'll see if Crafton can still get a good restart off the top. Green flag. Back in the air. 84 laps to go at Texas. And Johnny Sauter is holding on strong. Crafton. Oh, a little contact down on the bottom of the track. Crafton was trying to squeeze him. Not like that, though. And that's going to allow Sauter to hang on that left rear quarter panel. Crafton down to block. Crafton to the lead off of turn 2 despite the contact. And look at Grant Enfinger all the way on the outside. Crafton will lead the opening lap of the final stage. Thor Motorsport trucks 1, 2, 3 at the line. Halfway home now here today. Crossed flags. Up the middle, Sheldon Creed, 3 wide to the lead. Oh, he couldn't quite clear the 98. Man, they just zoomed right around Crafton and Sauter. I don't know how. Chastain almost went 3 wide to the bottom going into turns 3 and 4. Creed kind of slides up the track. Johnny Sauter's held back in traffic behind his teammate Crafton. Henfinger still on the outside of Creed, and Ross Chastain will take the lead going into turn 1. Sauter finally able to get to the outside. We'll push from behind there from Brent Moffitt. Crafton's really got to just hold his line. Not as good as he can for the short runs. Oh, wow. Austin Hill just drilled the left side of Crafton's truck. See Zane Smith going on by, trying to get back around Hill for 14th. They're battling for the free pass position right now, which would be 14th place. Or sorry, no, 13th place is the free pass position. Riley Herbst has that spot. So Hill and Smith trying to run him down. They go high. They got Ty Majeski in their way. Smith to the inside of Hill. Need to check on the inside of Crafton, kind of side drafting, pulling Crafton back a little bit. Crafton really tight through 3 and 4 on the top. Oh, and he's in the wall and down into Eckes. That did not look good off of turn 2. Turn 4, rather. Oh, man, Crafton just stuffed Fogelman in the wall down the back straightaway with an aggressive block. Doesn't want to keep getting past. This is the worst restart Crafton's had tonight. Granted, again, no caution for incident. The only other restart we had was at the end of stage 1. Or the start of stage 2, I should say. For Joe Cobb, trying to get back underneath Crafton. Crafton now drives her going into turn 3 to stay on the bottom. Fogelman coming on the top. Not quite going to get the run there. Matt Crafton's already 7.5, almost 8 seconds off the lead. 77 laps to go. Took him a while to get to Johnny Sauter last time. Now the good thing is Johnny Sauter fell back to 5th or 6th on the restart too, so at least Sauter wasn't able to get to the lead as quickly as he did the last time. That could cost him a little bit of time. Go back through the different camera angles once again. You see how much out of the throttle Crafton is, especially in turns 1 and 2 on the short run. A little better through 3 and 4, but he drives it in just a hair too deep. He does get really tight center off, even in turns 3 and 4. And caution. Well, this is interesting here. Ty Gillen's going to hit pit road. Zane Smith will get the free pass in 13th. Our first caution for incident comes out with just 75 laps to go at Texas. Past the halfway mark here in the final stage of the race. So we'll have a restart. This will actually put Crafton on the inside. Now Ankrum, Majeski coming to pit road. So that will give Crafton a couple more spots on the restart. Should restart in 9th. So I'll have to look out for Gillen, Majeski, and Ankrum on the restart. Crafton's staying out. He's way too tight on the short run to pit here. Plus, he's going to save those tires. Only has 2 sets the rest of the race, so he doesn't want to pit now and make it 1 set. So kind of an easy call to stay out of the pits here. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Ooh, 3 wide to the bottom. Not a lot of room there. Crafton almost in the grass. Nice clean restart. He's gotten through the gears really well tonight. It's just that lap after the restart is where he tends to struggle. So he's trying to gain as much time as he can now. 3 wide off of turn 2. Down the back with the Thor Motorsport trucks. One GMS truck on the outside. That was Sheldon Creed. 3 wide into turns 3 and 4 now. And all of a sudden, Crafton's up to second place, but Johnny Sauter's the driver in the lead. He's had the fastest short run truck all night. Laps on these tires, Crafton might be able to kick back into things a little bit sooner. Had Enfinger behind him. Look at Chastain going down the track to try and side draft Enfinger off the exit of turn 2. Hold him back. Crafton still just trying to hang on to second. Enfinger with a big pull there. Chastain gets the run off the top side. 70 laps to go. See, the thing with Nice Motorsports, so if it wasn't for Ross Chastain putting them on the map last year, they really, I mean, Trevor Bayne hasn't even really ran well in that equipment. Even the couple races he's ran, Majeski hasn't done that well. Hadley Decker's not doing well. It just doesn't seem like, I think if it wasn't, I think Ross Chastain just kind of, obviously, he's probably a better talent than those guys, but still. I mean, I'm quite surprised that Ross Chastain got as much out of the equipment as he did. Crafton's just trying to hang on. Oh, what a move by Friesen. 3 wide to get up to third. What a run off of turn 4 he got. Really pulled Gilliland back, who was in the middle and kind of stuck there. Big run. Friesen now going for second on Crafton. Crafton just trying to hang on, and that is allowing Johnny Sauter to get way out ahead, about a second and a half. Crafton just trying to hold on to second place as much as he can here. Almost some contact between the 38 and the 52. And finally, Friesen to the inside of Crafton, going into turn 1. Crafton can't hold the outside that well. Here comes Chastain on the bottom, 3 wide. What a move. Chastain's still there into turns 3 and 4. Friesen went all the way to the outside. Crafton trying to pinch the 40 truck on the bottom. And they stay side by side off of turn 4. Crafton's not going to have a good run going into turn 1 unless he could clear the 40, but he couldn't clear him. Had to get on the brakes a little bit there. Try to get the truck to turn. Trying to squeeze the 98 down there now and push the back of the 40 off of turn 2. Crafton just slides down in front of the 98 truck. Here comes Majeski on the outside. I guess I forgot Tanner Gray runs for them too. Is he in East Motorsports? I thought he was a DGR Crossley truck. The 15. Right? If it is a 15? I thought it was a DGR Crossley team. Doesn't he drive a Ford? I don't think he drives a Chevy. I could be wrong on that. I was thinking he drove a Ford. Wow, washed way up the track that time. I don't think Friesen wanted to go high. It looked like the rear of the truck came around on entrance to the corner. That's going to allow Crafton to jump up to second off of turn 2. 2 seconds off the race lead. See Sauter moving up to that middle line now. Crafton trying to run down his teammate. Yeah, I was thinking he was a DGR Crossley because Hailie Deegan, when she jumped in the 17, I don't even think that truck has ran a race this year. Not that I can remember, maybe before COVID, but I think they just kind of opened it up to a 2-truck team for next season. Those two should be teammates if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Ty Majeski's not that bad, but I just don't think their equipment is that great. Like I said, because Trevor Bayne isn't really getting, even when he stepped in, he's running right around 20th every race, it seems like. Or most races. They're just not getting anything out of that race truck. Outside of Ross Chastain. But I think that just goes to... I know it's the truck series, yeah, but if Deegan can make the playoffs next year, that's a win. Make the playoffs, run 2 seasons of truck, at least 2 seasons of Xfinity, and if she's proven herself in each of those 2 series, running 2 seasons, I think she could be ready for Cup, you know, 5th year down the road, because she'd only be, what, 23, 24 going into rookie Cup season if she did that. I would be alright if she runs solid, if she wins a handful of races in the truck series next year. Like if she can actually go out there and win 3 to 5 races, I'm alright with her moving up to Xfinity after 1 season, but you definitely got to keep her in Xfinity for a couple seasons. Because at least like the truck series, it doesn't really translate too well to the Cup. And even the Xfinity series nowadays isn't the greatest thing because it's a different package, but at least the Xfinity, you're a composite body race car, not a truck. You know, it's just a completely different skill set. You see a lot of guys that, you know, career truck series drivers, you know, like a Johnny Sutter, they just couldn't really run well in the Cup series. It's just a different animal. So I'm not too worried about if she only runs 1 truck season. If she performs well, obviously. The outside to make that pass that time. Crapped into the lead off of turn 4, getting around his teammate Sauter. 57 laps to go at the line. Ty Gillen has jumped up to 3rd, but he's not really running down Crafton and Sauter. About 3 seconds off the race lead, but he is on fresher tires. So is Ty Majeski in 5th. Who is trying to get around Stuart Friesen right now, currently for 4th, in fact. I mean, let's just say this, though. If they run Eldora next year, I don't know if the Truck Series came out with the schedule or not yet, but if they run Eldora and they run Dirt Bristol, that's 2 races she could win right there. And then she gets 1 win on an asphalt short track like Martinsville or something, you know, a track that she's used to running in K&N. It's a tight short track. And Truck Series races at Martinsville twice. So if she could, you know, win like at Martinsville or, you know, something like that, Richmond. Never know. I mean, that's a 3-win season. Maybe even luck into a win at Daytona. I mean, she ran well there in the ARCA series. Daytona, Talladega, you know, something of that nature. Obviously, it's a lot different racing the super speedways in the, even in the truck series compared to what it is in ARCA too, but still. That's obviously, if all goes well, best things best. I'm not saying she's going to win 3-4 races. I'm just saying if she does. I'd be alright with her moving it to the Xfinity series. But no matter what, she's got to make sure she stays in Xfinity for 2 or 3 seasons, I think. Especially given the fact that she's in a top-notch ride. See, that's another thing too with DGR Crossley. Like, I don't know how good of equipment they really have. You know, because it's not a GMS, it's not Thor Motorsports, it's not Kyle Busch Racing. So those are a lot of good trucks she's going to have to compete against. I mean, that's like, right there, that's 10 good race trucks, equipment-wise, that are probably better than what she's running. So if she doesn't win a race next year, I'm not really saying that, you know, she was rushed or it's not her fault or something of that nature, because I just think the equipment she's in is probably going to be a 10th to 15th place truck at best. So she could run better than that. I think she's getting everything out of her equipment and more at that point. Three wide up the middle. That got tight. Off of turn 2. Jesse Little was on the inside. Angela Ruck on the outside. Getting later into this run. About 10 to 16 laps roughly away from green flag pit stops if we don't get a caution. Outside of the 3 drivers that hit pit road that were on the lead lap. And actually the lap cars hit pit road as well under that lone caution for incident that came out with 75 laps to go. So even the lap cars can go a lot longer than the 9 drivers that stayed out of the pits that were on the lead lap under that caution. So it'll be interesting to see how things shape up if we stay green here for a while, or even say to the end of the race. Can these guys make it on one more pit stop? I think they can. Crafton saved enough tires if he has to pit again if we get another caution late in the race. He can. He's really tight on the short runs as well. He might not even have to pit. Use those final set. They're just there for the taking if he so chooses. Seven-second lead already over Johnny Sauter. Todd Gilliland 10 seconds off the lead in third, followed by Friesen, Chastain, your top 5. So Majeski's falling outside of the top 5. He was battling for 4th there for a little bit with Friesen. I don't know if lap traffic caught up to him or the tires just started to even out. Again, the fresher tires worked out immediately, and they were able to obviously top off on fuel, so that is huge too. But I just don't think it mattered too much outside of maybe the first 10 laps. They only had about 9 lap fresher tires, so about the first 9 laps it probably made a difference, but they probably evened out after that. I think that's why you're able to see Gillen get up to 3rd, but he just never was able to really catch Sauter or Crafton. It was too far into the run by that point. Oh boy. Yeah, Chase Briscoe ran in trucks. He ran actually a little. He ran for Brad Keselowski's team in the truck series, 29. He started off in the truck series, I think, a little bit earlier than most people remember. It was him and Tyler Reddick were on the same truck team for Keselowski when Brad Keselowski had the team. So he was running Fords the whole time. He just wasn't in the Stewart-Haas feeder system. He was in the Penske feeder system. And I don't know if they split time or if they were both on the track at the same time or not between the two, because Blaney ran for him too when he ran truck races. Brad ran part-time trucks, like very rarely ran trucks, but yeah, it was Brad Keselowski's race team. Austin Cindric? Yeah, I don't remember him running trucks at all. I mean, he might have ran with Keselowski's team too. I really don't know, but I know for a fact Briscoe did. I don't know, because I remember him running the 29 truck, Briscoe. Ran the 29 truck, Keselowski's team. But yeah, for whatever reason, I'm not remembering Cindric run on that team? Cindric might have been on that team. I just can't remember off the top of my head if he did or not. To do a quick deep search of that. 10 more laps left of fuel for Crafton. 43 to go in the race. If he makes it to 40 laps, that's how long the first two stages were, so we definitely know he can make it that far on tires. And those tires should last another 2 to 3 laps for him to get to that point. So, easily a one pit stop race to the finish from here. If it did stay green to the end, and that's for everybody, you just would be seeing a large portion of these drivers pitting 10 laps earlier than everybody that ended up pitting under the caution. Now, could that trap some of these guys on the lead lap, a lap down, if we got a caution? Oh, look at Zane Smith blocking Crafton. Crafton thought he checked up in time. And Smith might have checked up a little more. There was a little bit of contact there, but now Zane Smith will go a lap down. He was trying to hold on to the lead lap. Now he's stuck behind Austin Hill. Oh, trouble going into turn 3. Truck up in smoke. Bottom of the racetrack. Tough to tell who it is. I believe it's Austin Wayne Self in the 22, and it is. Will stay green. He'll get to pit road. Held up the lap truck of Jennifer Jo Cobb. Been a non-factor in this one, so I guess as far as the leaders go, it didn't really hold anybody up there. Crafton not quite going to be able to make it all the way to the end of the field run, but pretty close. Seems like he's taking care of his tires a lot better this run than what he did earlier. And I think those caution laps probably helped a little bit too. Remember, he had 4 caution laps he was able to work with. And less than 40 laps to go. Tyler Ankrum up to 10th. About to go a lap down. So Crafton will be coming to pit road this time. 45 miles an hour pit road speed limit. First green flag stop of the day. And easily gets down under the speed limit there. Gonna repair the 3 seconds of damage, 4 fresh tires, and a full tank of fuel coming up for the 88 team. Brent Moffitt, actually, he's a Cup Series Rookie of the Year. Moffitt's been around for a long time. What year was it he won the Rookie of the Year? 2016? I think it was. 2016 sounds right. Yeah, he ran for an underfunded team, and there wasn't a rookie class for the most part that year, so he won it. So he's just kind of started, I guess, a similar way to how Alex Bowman started. Just never really worked out in the Cup Series, went down to the trucks and won a championship and competed for another one last year and has a chance to win one tonight again, so. Yeah, Cindric, he didn't really race in the U.S. Actually, his background, I only know this because of Ryan Blaney's podcast. He filled in for him the week after the Roval race, and he was talking about he used to race ice racing, ice rally cross racing or whatever in Sweden, I think it was. So that's why he's so good at road courses. Pretty much where his road course racing background came from, but. Yeah, I don't know what made him come back to the U.S. and run stock car. Yeah, I don't know how that came to be, but. Chase Briscoe, he raced, he's a dirt racer. He's ran the Chili Bowl the last couple of years I know of, so he's a open-wheel dirt guy. That's probably how Tony Stewart discovered him. I'd have to assume. State of Indiana too, so yeah, I'm probably sure that's how Tony Stewart and him probably ran into each other at one point. Tony probably asked him, hey, you want to run I'm driving NASCAR someday, and kind of started up the feeder system from that point. That's how I'm guessing it came to be. It might not have been, but seems legitimate. See the other leaders now. Sauter, Ross Chastain, so not all the leaders that did not pit under the caution are on pit road right now, but most of them are. Crafton pitted 2 to 3 laps before him, so that'll give him a little bit fresher tires. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I honestly think Harvick might win the race this weekend. I wouldn't be surprised, but as far as the Championship 4 goes, you'll have to watch the predictions video coming out whenever it can come out, but I guarantee it won't be up any later than tomorrow night, so. I was hoping for tonight. I wasn't home enough. Kind of got caught out on the golf course a little longer than what I wanted. So the top 4 still on the track. Zane Smith got the free pass. He also pitted under the last caution. Some of the lap cars still come to pit road here. Very interesting situation. So everybody can make it on field to the end. Tires good to the end from this point on. It'll just be interesting to see if we actually stayed caution free. So everybody that pitted under the caution, they could probably still go another 6 or 7 laps before they have to pit from this point on. Crafton with a big run to the back of Zane Smith. That's where the fresh tires are coming into play. It's about 15 seconds ahead of Johnny Sauter. Tanner Gray came from the NHR. I did not know that. Interesting. Three wide to the bottom. And up to third goes Crafton. There's a truck up in smoke. Oh, and that's the 38 of Gilliland, so that gives the lead to Majeski, who isn't too much further ahead of Crafton. That's a bummer. Gilliland had a pretty big advantage over Majeski, too. An opposite strategy, but he was up in smoke on pit road. And now Matt Crafton will take the lead going into turn 3 from Ty Majeski on older tires, just trying to stay out and hope for the caution. It's not going to work out for him. "29 laps remaining." Aaron Jones didn't have to listen to him, though. I think he was grateful for the situation that he was put in to be with Joe Gibbs Racing in the first place, because if it wasn't for, you know, Kyle Busch, really, and Joe Gibbs Racing giving him the opportunity, it wouldn't have even been in the ride to begin with, and not wanting to burn bridges being so early in his Cup Series career, I'm sure that played into effect, too. So that was the only reason. I personally wouldn't have. I would have said, screw it. But then again, you know, there's money on the line there. And who's to say they couldn't have kicked him out of the seat next week at Homestead? Or not Homestead, Phoenix. If he would have passed Hamlin and just said, kind of screw you in a way, and passed him anyway, they probably wouldn't have been too happy about it. They might have left that spot open, or let, like, Brandon Jones or somebody get their debut next week. Enfinger getting back on the lead lap, trying to at least. So is Ben Rhodes. Been stuck behind Crafton the last couple laps. Crafton not letting him go. Johnny Sauter's less than 10 seconds off the lead now. He's really cut it down over the last really since they came out of the pits about 10 laps ago or so. About 9.5 seconds off the lead. Anchor Majeski Smith still hoping for a caution. Not sure if Gillen was able to make his way back on the track or not. Yeah, still no caution. Since that last one was 75 laps to go, that's the only caution for incident tonight. We'll alternate to the different camera angles one final time in the race. Just 25 laps to go. It's almost a 50-lap green flag run. And now Rhodes sneaks to the inside. Crafton gave up the bottom through 1 and 2. Rhodes couldn't quite clear the 88 truck yet. Crafton's still trying to put as many trucks a lap down as he can, and now Harmon's going to get in the way. He's coming to pit road, so I guess he won't be in the way. And the 99 will clear the 88 off of turn number 4. So Rhodes back on the lead lap. Ty Majeski coming on to pit road. So is Zane Smith. Tyler Ankrum came the lap prior. So Johnny Sauter will cycle back into second. Just less than 9.5 seconds off the lead. Crafton battles right back to the inside of Rhodes now going into turn 1. Rhodes trying to hang in there on the top. He's fighting for his life right now to try and stay on the lead lap. Lap car coming out of the pits. Boy, that got tight. Yeah, there's Gustine. Now Natalie Decker coming out of the pits. Crafton just to the inside. Rhodes got stuck on the outside, and that allows Crafton to put Rhodes a lap down now. Boy, Decker was slow coming out of the pits on the racetrack there, and Crafton was just able to squeak on by. That was definitely a close scenario, to say the least. Only the top 5 trucks on the lead lap. Zane Smith has gone a lap down now, staying out a little bit longer. Costco lines for fuel are noticeably long. Yeah, I live in a small town. I live in the Toledo area, but I'm like a half hour out from Toledo City, so I actually live in a small town. We have a Marathon gas station. That's the only gas station in town, so it's pretty much my means of gas for the most part. Also, I hit the highway, but that's like 20 minutes out. If I were to go into Toledo, then I would go to a fuel mart. We have a fuel mart up here off the exit of one of the turnpikes, but it's not a don't blink and you'll miss it kind of town, but we only have like, I think, 2,000 citizens. It is really small. A couple streets. Well, it's more than a couple. It's like probably about like 2 main streets that are country roads turn in. One is called Main Street, and then there's probably like 4 or 5 like side roads. Yeah, there's a couple thousand people, but like my graduating class was only like 55, 57 people. I mean, it's a really small school, grand scheme of things. Near Sunoco, there's another town. Like if I were on my way to Toledo, like maybe 10 minutes from here, so that's probably the nearest Sunoco. They have a Sunoco and a Marathon, so they got 2 gas stations, but yeah. They're a little bit bigger than what we are. Right off of Route, well, Route 20 runs right through them too, so. One of the longer highways in Ohio. Main reason why they have 2 gas stations. One entering town and one exiting. You go right through it. 11.5 second lead. 4 drivers on the lead lap. Just 1 caution for incident today. Again, that came out 75 to go. So we'll see if we get another yellow before the end of the race. Crafton's got the fastest truck on the track at this point in the run. Slowly pulling back away from Johnny Sauter again. Sauter really only got to within about 8.5 to 9 seconds off the lead. Crafton had about a 13-second lead when he came into the pit. So he gave up a little bit of time there, but also pitted a couple laps before him as well. It just takes Crafton a little bit to get going on the short runs. So now it's just at a point. Crafton's hoping it stays green to the end. He already swept the first 2 stages of the race, so looking for a max points day. 7 playoff points in total, perhaps, if it goes on. And we're less than a half hour, less than 20 minutes away from at least the coverage starting for the truck race. Race itself probably won't start till like 10 or 15 after, but taking you right to the start of that. Again, I picked Zane Smith for the championship at least. Yeah, it's weird. It's like I live in a small town. There's a lot of small towns like within like 10 to 20 miles. And we're somewhat close to Toledo, not the suburbs. Again, I'm like 30 miles out still. I think like 36 according to Google Maps from the city of Toledo, like downtown at least. And then I'm only an hour and a half west of Cleveland and about an hour and 15 minutes straight south of Detroit. Hop on I-75 in like 15 miles and just take a straight shot to Detroit if I wanted to. I go to a lot of games there. That's why all my favorite sports teams are there. But yeah, so I mean, I'm within like 3 major cities, especially Cleveland and Detroit. Columbus is only like 2 hours south of me too, so I guess you can include that also. So I mean, I'm within like a few major cities. Just where I live is just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So it's kind of nice. Really no complaints about that. Oh man, Zane Smith pulling a block there right in line behind Tyler Ankrum. Not sure why Ankram's ghosted. A little bit of damage to the front of his race truck. I don't know what might have happened there. Probably the cause of why he's ghosted. Ross Chastain went a lap down. Last lap as well, so now just 3 trucks on the lead lap if we were to get a late race caution. Johnny Sauter's been quick on the short runs. Don't count him out of it. Just 10 laps to go now here at Texas. Yeah, if I'm ever like on the highway going towards the turnpike, man, that gas is like so much cheaper there than what it even is in town. And when I used to, when I was driving up that way, you know, to work and stuff, I was like, I'd go that way, that general direction towards the turnpike if I was ever like needing gas on the way to work or the way home. It's like 10, 20 cents cheaper like every single time per gallon. It's insane. I don't really know of many fuel marts outside of Ohio, Michigan area, so I don't know if it's just a northern thing or... Majeski going 2 laps down in 11th there. Crafton putting another lap on him. 17.5 second lead. Just a nice, calm, leisurely way here. Not a huge points lead for Crafton for the regular season championship coming into this, so max points day is definitely huge. The one series on this game, I'm not having to calculate the points, at least up to this point. Hopefully, we get into the playoffs, everything transfers over fine. Otherwise, I might have to do it myself there, so... We can take a look at the point standings at the end of this race. It will be accurate. Haven't DNF'd yet in the Trucker Xfinity Series as well, so that helps. Yeah, my car is a V6.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear. Got one down low now. Alright, clear up.
6 laps to go. Add this to another string of races where we just haven't had a lot of cautions. It's like 9 times out of 10 that's just been the case no matter what game we seem to play. A lot of clean races for the most part. I'm not sure exactly how many miles per gallon, but when I travel, I get really good fuel mileage. My car is pretty light. Atlanta, for instance, or how about Talladega? Well, I took a rental car there, so. Oh, wow, caution. Hang on here. 5 laps to go. Caution is out for just the second time tonight. Ross Chastain gets a free pass in 4th. And that is going to set up an interesting finish to this one. Crafton's got 1 set of tires left. He's going to take it here. Sauter's been pretty good on the short run, although there is laps on Crafton's tire. And he is tight on the short run. He's only fall back to 3rd. Might as well take it. It'll be just a 2-lap shootout to the finish. See if anybody else might pit to follow. Crafton's been really good getting through the shifts, but that's about it. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Johnny Sauter leads the field to the green. Crafton trying to get the restart on the bottom. 3 wide. Oh man, almost got the grass there. Again, it's kind of tight on the front stretch. And Crafton quickly to the lead going into turn 1. And Johnny Sauter got stuck in the middle. And now fades behind, freezing off of turn 2. Even though Crafton's a lot tighter in the short run, doesn't quite run as fast of laps, I'd have to imagine the fresh tires are going to pay huge dividends here for Matt Crafton. Despite not having a fast short run truck, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go. This is the scheduled distance to the end of the race. We are not in overtime. But if a caution comes out now, the race will be deemed official. And just 1 more corner to go. Friesen is pulled away from Sauter. Going into turn 3, he's got about 3 truck lengths on him. Crafton pushes up the track, but no problem. Matt Crafton wins at Texas in a green-white checker shootout. Sweeping the stages and getting the win at the end of the day. Well, this kind of makes up for the NASCAR Thunder 04 mishap we had earlier on lap 4 at Watkins Glen. Different game, so obviously the points are different. By the way, that dropped us. We were 2nd in points, 73 back going in. We fell back to 6th in points that Thunder 04 season. But we're only 138 back, so we didn't lose many points because Ryan Newman finished 28th. And actually, Ricky Rudd with the win took the points lead. He's about 20 ahead of Newman, so. Big smoke show there for Matt Crafton in victory lane now at Texas Motor Speedway with yet another win on the season. Take a look at the finishing results for this one here today. Just 4 trucks finished on the lead lap late here. A green-white checker shootout kind of costed Johnny Sauter a spot at the end there despite restarting from the lead. Crafton took him 3 wide, stuck him in the middle. Friesen had to run off the top, off the exit of turn number 2. So Friesen finished 2nd, Sauter 3rd.